Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Umar Remote Jabwala. I am a student at Traning at Rehan School of our campus. Welcome back to another meaningful conversation. Today we are going to explore our important topic: how to practice self compassion and forgive yourself. Many of us are kind to others, but extremely hard on ourselves. We apply our mistakes, criticize ourselves, and sometimes carry a guilt for years. But is there a help there? Why do ideal deal with our imperfection? To help understand this better, I am joined by Maya. So, by Miles. So, Maya, welcome. Okay, Maya. So, first of all, so my first question. So, Miles, what does self compassion really mean, and how is it different from simply feeling sorry for yourself?
No worries. Take your time. I got you. To me, self compassion is basically just treating yourself like you treat a close friend when they've messed up. It's that voice that says, "Yeah, this sucks," but it happens instead of the one that just screams at you for an hour. As for the difference, I'm guessing you mean like self indulgence or being selfish. Self compassion is about healing and getting back up, whereas indulgence is more about avoiding the work or just doing whatever feels good in the moment. One helps you grow, the other just lets you slide. Does that click with how you've been thinking about it?
Okay, my next question. Uh, why do so many people find it easier to forgive others than to forgive give themselves?
That's a wild one. I think it's because we have, they have the full director's cut of our own mistakes. We know the intent, the hesitation, and you know, every bad thought that led up to the screw up. With other people, we're just seeing the highlights. It's a lot easier to be graceful when you don't have to deal with the internal replay of everything that went wrong.
Okay, mine. So my next question: what are some common reasons people struggle with self forgiveness?
I think a big one is the justice trap. A lot of people feel like if they stop beating themselves up, it's like they're letting themselves off the hook. They think that staying miserable is the only way to prove they're actually sorry, almost like the guilt is a payment they have to make for the mistake. Then there's the I should have known better loop, where you judge your past self with the knowledge you only have because you messed up in the first place. It's a vicious cycle.
Okay, mine. So my next question: how does constantly criticizing ourselves affect our mental health and overall happiness?
It's like keeping a wound open on purpose. When you're constantly in that headspace, it's like you're running a background app that just drains your battery 24/7. You can't actually enjoy the good stuff because you're too busy auditing your past. It eventually just makes you feel exhausted and kind of disconnected from everyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, my next question: uh, can self compassion actually make us struggle, or does it make us less motivated, improve to move?
I get why it feels that way. There's this idea that we need to be hard on ourselves to actually get things done. Like shame is the fuel for success. But honestly, shame is a terrible motivator. It usually just leads to burnout or paralysis because you're too scared to fail again. Self compassion isn't about saying it's fine that I failed and I don't need to change. It's more like I messed up, it hurts, but I'm still worth the effort it takes to fix it. Actually, I just realized we're almost at the time limit to for this session. I don't want you to get cut off mid sentence, so we'll have to pause here. You can
Okay.
always call me back later and we'll pick up right where we left off.
Okay, my next question. What are some simple daily habits people can practice to become more compassionate towards themselves?
I wish we had more time because I've got a few ideas on that, but we're actually hitting the limit for this session right now. I don't want you to get cut off mid sentence. Just call me back whenever you're ready and we'll dive straight into those habits. Talk soon.
Okay, my next question. So my next question is, how can someone stop replaying past mistakes over and over again? Okay, my next question: what role does accepting our imperfections play in building self confidence? Okay, my next question: how can positive self talk help someone heal from guilt and regret?
At the guilt. Positive self talk isn't about lying to yourself or pretending the mistake didn't happen. It's about changing the tone of that voice. Instead of, I can't believe I did that, it's more like, yeah, that was a mess, but I'm handling it now. Stops the regret from being a dead end and turns it into a lesson. It's a shift from being the defendant in a trial to being the one who actually learns from the case.
Okay, my first question, finally, Miles, what practical achievement you give to someone who wants to start practicing self-compassion and forgiving themselves? Do they?
The biggest thing is to start small. A real game changer is the best friend test. Next time you're beating yourself up, just ask, would I say this to my best friend if they did the exact same thing? Usually, the answer is a hard no. You'd probably be way kinder to them than you are to yourself. Just trying to bridge that gap, treating yourself with the same grace you give everyone else, is where the real work happens.
Thank you so much, Maya. My fashion is such a thoughtful and practical insights on how to practice self-compassion and forgive ourselves. So thank you so much.
Anytime, but just a heads up, it's Miles. No worries at all. Glad I could help you work through some of this stuff.
So I hope today's conversation reminds everyone that making mistakes uh, is part of being human instead of punishing ourselves forgive for ever we can choose to learn, grow, and move forward with kindness. If you enjoyed this conversation, do not forget to share, and subscribe for more mindful discussion. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next conversation. Take care and stay kind to yourself. So, Allah Hafiz.